So this is an interesting one. What other misconceptions did you find that you are seeing this lifestyle on Instagram or wherever, and now you're living it yourself? What are some of the the misconceptions?
Okay, the biggest one for me is you can work where you want, because you actually can't. You can't, example for me, I was like, right, I'm going to go and spend a couple of weeks on Gilly Tea. Do you think I can get Wi-Fi, or do you think it's quiet enough to do calls? Or, that is a massive thing. You can't just walk anywhere, get a flight anywhere and expect it to be the same as like home, because it's probably not. The internet does not work with you all the time. So that's probably the biggest thing for me. And also, like you said, with Instagram as well, you see all these digital nomads and they're like living this absolute life, but you don't actually see what's behind that picture. Even taking pictures by yourself, you're traveling alone. Like, I don't know if you're like this, but I've got the tripod out, I'm getting the picture. It's not it's not just like a quick pose. It's like quick 10 seconds, run away, start the photo. It takes about half an hour for me to take a photo of myself.
That's so true. Yeah.
So the other thing is the money side of things as well. Like, I don't know if you expected this, but like I just expected it to like roll, like the money start coming in and then it rolling and rolling and rolling. But it doesn't. Like, you have to keep working. So yeah, I mean, it is amazing. I'm not saying it's not amazing. I absolutely love my life and I love what I'm doing. It just takes a bit of time to get used to it. And it's not going to be like you do a little bit of work for a couple of months and then that's you set for life. Just be prepared for it's a long run, but it's amazing at the same time.
Yeah, it's definitely. And I think that because there's so many uncertainties, right? And there's so many elements, sort of basic elements in life changing, like, your Wi-Fi connection, your next house, your group of friends, your income, like everything is kind of shaky all the time. And that's adventurous and that could give you some adrenaline and you're like, wow, it could give you a thrill. But at the same time, it can be very overwhelming. So taking the time and taking it easy, like you repeated that a couple of times already. And I really like that you point that out. This is important, especially for people that are listening right now, like that want to learn about this lifestyle. Everyone says it on the podcast, like things take time, you need to plant seeds. And also before you get the hang of it, yeah, definitely. Is there another more maybe like funny misconception, like something that you experienced that you're like, okay, on Instagram that was like completely different on how it is in the real life?
Let me have a think. Probably like the reels. So like, I've made a few reels on this is my life. Like say in Bali and so I basically went to Bali, to Sydney, to Uganda and then here. So like I posted a reel once where I just got to Uganda, very excited, seeing all the animals, this kind of stuff. But behind that, the travel, the travel side of things, the visas, how long the flights took, and that kind of thing. So I think the reel looked like I'm having the best time ever, but in the background, it took me like 2 days to get there and no shower, no this, no that, So especially like reels look unreal, like especially when I've made a few in Bali where it's like, right, this one's probably better. The one that I made in Bali was like, this is my life lately. But behind the scenes, I was stressed trying to work. I was working from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. every night and in the morning as well, trying to fit in the calls, trying to do Zoom calls with my managers. I was in Gilly Tea and there was call to prayer like every few hours. So I was on a call with them once and it was so loud. I was next to the mosque and they could not hear me. It's just little things like that happen that they're like, it was so loud and I can't even explain that. It's like they could not hear me and I was in a room by myself. So that's that. Like, the reel looks insane and I can speak from watching it as well. So like watching reels like that made me want to be a digital nomad and like I want to live this life. But there is so much behind what you're seeing there yes, they're all the snippets of every day that I had good parts of the day. Other parts, there was struggles, there was lows, there was ups, it was everything. It's a bit of a roller coaster every day. Life goes up, down, up, down, up, down. So yeah, that's probably it. The reels for me that I post, and then if I actually posted, I might actually do that. Actually post a real, like,
A real
like
reel.
an actual, yeah, an actual what actually goes on behind this reel.
Yeah, but I mean, that's also why we are doing the podcast, right? Because we love to see all the travel photos, but yeah, there's just so much that goes behind the scenes. It's pretty intense.